morning, everyone. Good morning to my Read Along crew. How are you guys doing? It is another Saturday. Oh my goodness. Can you believe that we are plus 10 deep? Wow. It has been a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful ride with you guys. I am enjoying bringing you wonderful books every single week. I am enjoying myself. I hope that you guys are enjoying every Saturday with me as well. So let me see. As usual, I'd like to see who is here. Who is here? Because I know I'm not reading to the walls, and I know I'm not just reading to Engineer Evan. Evan, I hope you're reading along with me, aren't you? Right? Okay, don't answer that over the air. Don't answer that. You know, sometimes when you're reading to your kids, they give you real honest answers. So tell me after the show. But I'd like to know who's here with it. Okay, well, we have a new listener, Cigar Bazaar. Okay. All right. Welcome. Welcome, sir. Do you have a young listener reading with you today? Let me know. Well, welcome. Hey, I want you guys to give a Read Along crew welcome to Mr. Cigar Bazaar. And if he has a young reader with him today, we want to welcome him or her as well. Yes. Pretty soon we'll have a cool welcome song to all you guys. But we don't have one today. And I know you guys don't want me to sing on the air, make up one on the spot. But you know I will. All right, so welcome. So thank you so much for listening in. Good morning, Stephanie. Oh, the Huff crew is in the house. You got the twins and the big man with you. All right, you guys, thanks so much for listening in. Dallas and Dayton. All right, from ATL, thank you so much, ladies, for listening in. Good morning, good morning. All right, and Miss Shaylin is here. I don't know if you guys know it, but Miss Shaylin is a charter Read Along crew member. Yes, she is. So I thank you so much for your attention, Miss Shaylin. Who else is it? Miss Elaine Mason is here, principal extraordinaire. Thank you so much, Miss Aileen, for tuning in this morning. Miss Shanika Spencer and little Dion is back. Little Dion, I missed you. I missed you. I was wondering where you were. Did you help cook yesterday? Or were you providing the tunes? We got to get together because I need an intro song. So we need to talk, okay? All right. So all right. Good morning, Miss Harry. Good morning. I'm so glad that you're able to join us. All right. So we've got a hefty crew this morning. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Okay. So I'm glad that you guys are here. We do have a little housekeeping to do before we get into our story for today. So last week, you know that it was a special day. It was Evan's birthday, right? Okay. So we celebrated that by reading I Am Every Good Thing. And I posted my picture and everything, but my YouTubers, they said I left them out. So they were not able to post their pictures, of course, on Facebook because they're not on Facebook. So I wanted to extend the t-shirt giveaway to them as well. So what we're going to do is if you are able to share the video, I entered you into the contest. So my YouTubers were able to share the YouTube video. I'm going to enter them into the contest. Okay. So this week for last week's video, if you are able to share the video, you will be entered into the contest to win 2 shirts, one for you and one for your Every Good Thing. All right. So that is how that will go. And I'll show you pictures of the t-shirts. My trusty engineer, can you find the pictures so you can flash them up there really quickly? All right, so that's one of the t-shirts, Enlightened Melanation. That's another one. And do you have the other? All right, and that's the other one. And so you guys can go to my page to see the website, although the website is www.enlightenedmelanation. All right. Oh, and Pamela is here. That means Cameron is in the house. Welcome back, Mr. Cameron. For those of you that were here last week, I hope you guys were able to work on your I am statements. Cameron boldly told us that he is a child of God. Yes, he is. And then Dallas told us that she is a good student. See, I remember. I loved your I am statements. Parents, I hope that you were able to work on yours as well, and that you were working on affirming each other every single morning. And you guys are affirming me by being here every single Saturday. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. You encourage me to keep on reading, and I hope that I am able to do the same for you. All right, so now that we have that out of the way, this week, we are reading Sugar in Milk. Boys and girls, do you ever read a title of the book and try to figure out what the book is about? Do you ever put sugar in your milk? I know when I was a little girl, we used to do that just a little bit to try to sweeten the deal. Right? And our parents used to tell us, milk is already sweet enough. And we used to say, no, but we like it a little sweeter. So this is the book, Sugar in Milk by Thrity Umrigar. And it is illustrated by Khoa Lee. Okay, I hope I did not mess up their names too badly. But this is Sugar in Milk. And then by the time I get to the end, that should explain why I have on my jacket that I got in India. Okay, I hope you like it. I try to, get dressed up to play the part. Okay, so while we're reading though, I'd like for you to pay attention to the illustrations because they really set the mood, okay? So let's go ahead and get into Sugar in Milk. When I first came to this country, I felt so alone. Look at the snow. She's walking by herself. And while you're reading, I want you to pay attention to the questions that you have in your mind. I knew Auntie and Uncle were happy to have me. They filled my room with books and toys and painted it purple, my favorite color. But my friends and my family were all back home. Back home. Where did she come from? I missed my mom and dad and my cats, Kofi and Baklava too. Wow. She came here all by herself? After Auntie and Uncle left for work, I sat alone in my room, thinking of my old friends and longing to make new ones. Auntie and Uncle were worried, but didn't know how to help me. Then one day, Auntie came into my room. Let's go for a walk, she said with a smile. As we walked, Auntie told me a story. There once lived a group of people in the ancient land of Persia who were forced to leave their home and seek refuge elsewhere. Come, my people, said their leader. Now that we have to leave the home that we love so much, we must find a land that we can call our own. So they built a few boats and sailed the mighty sea until they arrived at the shores of India and begged to be given shelter. But the local king did not want to let them in. Our land is too crowded, he grumbled, with no rooms for other. Besides, these visitors look foreign and speak a strange and different language I do not understand. The king went to the seashore where the ragged travelers stood and ordered them to leave. Well, because he spoke a strange and different language they did not understand. The king sighed impatiently. So he snapped his fingers and ordered his servant to bring him an empty glass. He filled the glass with milk all the way to the very top and silently pointed to it. It was his way of saying, "My apologies to you. I would have loved to help. You look like very fine people. Even though you speak a strange and different language," say it with me, "I do not understand. But just as this glass is filled to the brim with no room for more, we are all full up in my little crowded kingdom." So he's saying that there's no more room for you. The travelers had come from afar, and they were tired and hungry and cold and very sad to be turned away. Look at the colors. They're sad, and look how dark the page is. Just then, their leader spoke. He was a small and clever man with an ever-present smile on his lips. "Just a minute, O mighty king," he said. "A moment, sir, of your time." And before the king could speak, the leader dug into his old tattered sack and pulled out a spoon full of sugar. He stirred the sugar into the glass, slowly, carefully, dissolving every grain of sugar, making sure he didn't spill a single drop of milk. He smiled as he pointed silently to the king's glass. What do you guys think that meant? So the glass was full because the king of India says, "There's no more room for you." Then the leader of Persia said, He poured some sugar in it. And then he stirred it. What does that mean? So the sugar represents who? The milk represents who? Between the two wise people, sometimes words are not necessary. The king understood what the leader meant. "If you let us stay, Almighty King, we will live in peace beside all of you." You see the king thinking about it? No words were exchanged. And just like sugar in milk, we will sweeten your lives with our presence. The king stared at the sweetened milk. His lips twitched. First he smiled, then he grinned, and finally he roared with laughter. The king hugged the group of travelers. "Welcome to your new home," he cried. "May you live with us forever in peace and joy." And then, even though the strangers didn't follow a word the king said, well, because he spoke a strange and different language and they did not understand. Everybody knows what a hug means, and all the people speak the language of laughter. So no one had a problem understanding what the other meant. Thus, the Persians stayed. India became their new home, and they kept their ancient promise of spreading happiness wherever they went. Look at them. They're hugging, they're laughing. Beautiful. After Auntie finished telling me this old story, we walked quietly for a few moments. I looked around me, stopped, and then I took another step into the dazzling light of America. Nothing had changed, and yet everything had. Now look at how she sees the world. Look at the trees. Look at the water. The sun has come out, there are blue skies. Did the earth really change? Or did her perspective change? How she looks at everything. I began to smile at the people we passed, and they returned my smile. Everybody I said hello to said hello back to me. Even the dogs seemed friendlier and wagged their tails faster. I laughed out loud and wondered why I had ever been sad or lonely in such a welcoming place. The next day, when I left the house, I asked Auntie for a pack of sugar. I kept it in my pocket to remind me to make things sweeter wherever I wandered. In my new and magical homeland. The end. Now, sometimes we may find ourselves in some difficult situations, some new surroundings. Some of my friends have even been displaced because of this COVID situation. But we will always be able to kind of change our surroundings from within. We sweeten the deal. We sweeten those around us by being sweet ourselves, right? Right? What did you guys think about this book? What did you guys think about it? I really enjoyed it, and I hope you did too. Yes, Mr. Cigar. Yes, he was able to sweeten the situation. Yes, by bringing his smile and his positive disposition. Exactly. Yes. So there was a lesson for all of us. Yes, this was a folk tale, but, it was part realistic fiction. But there was a lesson for all of us to learn. Shaylin says that she really liked it too. I like the illustrations as well. Thank you, Shaylin. I'm glad that you enjoyed this story. Awesome, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. I see my head is cut off. Let me fix my camera a little bit. I'm all in the camera this morning. Okay, my big face is up here. Let me check my time. All right. So yes, I thought this was an awesome story to share, to remind my friends out there, to remind my friends out there to be kind and to share a smile. It goes a really long way. I have a lot of family in the South, and I loved how they waved to neighbors that they knew, waved to people that they didn't know. And it was something that I picked up. And my children, when we moved back to the Midwest, they didn't understand why I spoke to everyone. And they marveled at, wow, Mom, you know a lot of people. And I'm like, oh, no, I didn't know who that was. And they asked, well, why did you speak? And I said, because, a smile might brighten someone's day. They may have been feeling down in the dumps or what have you, but that's just what I was taught to do. Good morning. How are you? Hi. How are you? So that's just who I am and how I was brought up. And so I can appreciate this book. You just kind of sweeten those things around you, and you start seeing, in the end, you start seeing the grass growing and the flowers blooming. You just kind of make your own reality. So I am thrilled to bring this book to you, thrilled to come back on another Saturday to see you again. I hope you have another awesome week in reading. I want to hear about it. Let me know. What are you reading? I'd love to hear about it. You're the same way? Awesome, Mr. Cigar. Corpia says, sweet people make you want to be as sweet as well. Yes. Thank you so much, Principal Elaine. I appreciate it. Good morning, James. Good morning. You made it. You made it. All right. All right. Well, actually, I'm more of a good afternoon, because I'm not really a good morning person. But I try my best. So, all right, everyone. As you all well know, it's time for my second breakfast. I get excited about that. Oh, so my book for next week. Now, this is what I get really excited about. Drum roll. Little Dion, can I have a drum roll? Little Dion. Hello, mother dear. Good day. My mom's a singer, and you know, we try to kind of give her back her vibe. And I probably didn't do a good job with that because I haven't warmed up. That was awful, right, Mom? Good day. Okay, I'm gonna stop because I know that was awful. But anyway, Lil Dion, make sure you watch the video from last week. It was I Am Every Good Thing. I'm pretty sure I saw you in that book last week. I am every good thing. All right, so next week, boys and girls, I want you to bring your favorite, if you have a teacup, if you have a favorite pastry that you would like to bring to the read along next week, I want you to bring that. If you have a favorite donut. It was okay, Mom? Are you critiquing my singing on my read along? You're supposed to call me and critique me in private, Mom, because you know I'm sensitive about my singing. But okay. Thank you. I'm going to do better. Good day. All right. So next week, either bring your favorite teacup or your favorite pastry. So you can get a donut, you can get an eclair, anything. So bring it to the read along because we are going to read The Tiny Baker. Okay? So I am going to bring my teacup because I love tea and I love teacups. Okay? So that's just something a little bit about me, but I want to share that with you. And we're going to read The Tiny Baker. Yes, it's about just cooperative works and just making sure you surround yourselves with some really good friends. Okay, so focus. Okay, yeah, there it is. All right, so this is The Tiny Baker. All right, so start thinking about those special treats that you want to eat while we read The Tiny Baker. Doesn't that look good? Ooh, treats. I know what I'm bringing already. So I'm going to have my teacup, and of course, I'm going to have cookies. So it's all right if you want to bring a donut, if you want to maybe save a piece of pound cake or a slice of pie or something from this week's dinner, that would be fantastic. Okay. So I'm looking forward to seeing you again next week. Read along crew, I'm going to miss you, but I'll see you in 7 days. All right. I love you. Have a wonderful week. Practice on being kind. Remember to affirm yourself and affirm others. I'll see you soon. Yes, Miss Shanika, make sure you bring your teacup as well. All right, you guys, have an awesome week. Thank you again for joining me. Thank you, Engineer Evan, for everything that you do. I appreciate you. Take care, everyone. Goodbye.